The junior girl just gave the senior a towel. She gave it to the senior. Yet it triggered cheers from all the girls in school. Senior Zhu Jing is so handsome. I love him so much. Zhu Jing, wiping his sweat, was stunned by the panel in front of him. What on earth is Charm 45? Before he could finish complaining, a tennis ball came flying towards him. Zhu Jing dodged and caught the tennis ball in one move. The school bully was shocked to see him catch it. He gritted his teeth in even more rage. Just then, Zhu Jing's good friend Lai Ji ran over. Bro, what's the situation? Do you know that guy? Lai Ji broke into a cold sweat looking at the man. Isn't that the school bully Pei Yaoguang? Why are you clashing with him? Wait, is it over a woman again? Why don't you just pick one and settle down? To save yourself from drawing hate from the whole world. Zhu Jing simply said indifferently, not interested. Lai Ji was furious upon hearing this. You aren't interested, but your brothers are. Wait, that's not right. Pei Yaoguang is not someone to mess with. What are you planning to do? Zhu Jing waved his hand and said, I'm going to work out. Working out is useless. You need to practice martial arts. Is that so? Maybe it's useless for others. But I'm different. A month ago, I mysteriously arrived in this world that is similar yet different from Earth. Agility Power 1 came with me. Along with this translucent status panel. Hard work always pays off. Effort will never be in vain. As long as I practice to a cert level, I can activate corresponding skills. Although daily practice brings great benefits, the energy consumption is also huge. But I'm working this hard not just to show off. This place is called the 5th Metropolitan Circle. Since it's a circle, there is an inside and an outside. The further out you go, the more desolate and poor it becomes. The further in you go, the more prosperous and noble it is. Only 6 months left until graduation. Should I fight to climb into the inner circle, or be poor for a lifetime? It's time to make a choice. That's 210. Thank you for your patronage. Let's skip this for now. And this one too. 5 eggs actually cost 30. This world has truly gone crazy. Suddenly, a cat darted out in front of Zhu Jing. It stood before Zhu Jing meowing. Oh, it's just a stray cat. Right after he spoke, the cat fainted on the ground. Zhu Jing was stunned by the sight. Are you trying to scam me? This cat is covered in wounds. It probably lost a fight. I didn't expect the world of stray cats to be so cruel. Zhu Jing was startled. The cat actually just spoke. What is going on with this cat? Then Zhu Jing noticed a golden object on the cat's tail. What is this again? The moment he touched it, the panel displayed divine substance detected. Extracting divinity. This planet is called Geostar. It's a world known as the Zhuzia. 287 years ago, the day God died, every human on Geostar witnessed this spectacle. The gods are dead. Mankind stands on its own. And I shall eventually grind my way to godhood. The man simply encountered a kit on his way home. Encountered it on the way home. But he didn't expect it to collapse directly on the ground. Shockingly, the kid actually spoke human language. Even more surprising was the divine substance on its tail. Zhu Jing took it home to uncover the truth. Zhu Jing found a bowl of cat food at home. But the kid looked at it with pure disgust. Zhu Jing looked awkward at the sight. Aren't you a stray cat? You won't even eat this. Then Zhu Jing seemed to realize something. Wait, could it be that it's not a cat at all? He quickly walked into the kitchen, skillfully chopping vegetables, stir-frying 49 times over high heat. Successfully served shredded pork with green peppers over rice. Will you eat this? The kid's eyes lit up at the sight of the delicacy. It started drooling. In the next second, it began devouring the food. Zhu Jing secretly rejoiced. I really guessed it right. The reason you can speak is because you aren't a cat at all, but a human who turned into a cat. As for the reason, it's likely this thing. Just then, the panel dinged. Divinity extraction complete. Twin life divine skill. Conditions for activating divinity have been met. Activate now. Does this even need a thought? Of course, activate it. Skill twin life activated successfully. 2 golden lights seeped into his hands. Zhu Jing looked at the golden light in his hand, puzzled. What is this thing? Zhu Jing looked at the panel and found he now had 2 lives. Resurrection within 7 days after death. And the cooldown is only 3 months. Isn't this just a resurrection armor? If a passive skill is this powerful, wouldn't an active skill be invincible? Does that also require divinity? So, I just need to keep absorbing it right. But looking closely, it has so many injuries on its body. Absorbing more seems a bit inhumane. I should find another way. But I can't just let it go either. Anyway, I'll go out first to find clues related to divinity. And see what it does in the meantime. The scene shifts to the outer ring. People from the outer ring want to enter the inner ring. The difficulty is ridiculously high. Even if you get in, you have to pay an exorbitant fee. It's often enough to bankrupt a moderately wealthy family. Even so, countless people still flock to it. But what most people don't know is that there is another way. If one can become a martial artist, everything will be easily resolved. Just then, a group of people appeared and blocked Zhu Jing. Zhu Jing asked doubtfully, "Is there something I can help you with?" "The person our boss Pei Yaoguang has his eye on. Is she someone you can hit on?" "You're dead meat today, kid." Zhu Jing sighed. "What did you say, bro?" He sent one of the lackeys flying with a single strike. The 3 people next to him were stunned. Did he just do something? I didn't see it clearly. Zhu Jing knocked another lackey to the ground with another blow. Another lackey got his head cracked. Zhu Jing tossed the stone in his hand. Then Pei Yaoguang said, "You've got some skills. But it's not enough." One punch shattered the wall behind Zhu Jing. Zhu Jing said in surprise, "So it's martial arts." Pei Yaoguang actually knows martial arts. Just right, saves me the trouble of finding someone to ask. Tell me everything you know. Otherwise, I won't show any mercy. The man saved the girl with a quick flash. Saved her with a flash. He accidentally pinned the girl to the ground. But it made the girl's heart flutter. I wish he would keep pinning me down like this. Just moments ago, Zhu Jing gave Pei Yaoguang a severe beating. Pei Yaoguang waved his hand in pain. "Big bro, I surrender. I'm truly sorry. I'll tell you everything." Zhu Jing mocked. "I thought he was some big shot. Turns out after waiting so long, he only had that one move. Aim not only improved my dynamic vision, but also improved my punching accuracy. Dealing with a martial artist of Pei Yaoguang's level is more than enough." Zhu Jing slowly stepped forward. Pei Yaoguang trembled in fear at the sight. "Don't hit me anymore, brother Jing. I'm begging you." Zhu Jing asked calmly, "What technique did you use for that punch just now?" Pei Yaoguang hurriedly waved his hand. "It's inner strength. It's about gathering energy from all over the body, and then releasing it through a technique." Zhu Jing squatted down and said, "How do I train it? Who should I learn from?" Pei Yaoguang scratched his head and said, "Brother Jing, I've only learned the basics. I can't explain it clearly. Please spare me." Zhu Jing grabbed his collar and said, "Playing weak now? I heard you smoke, drink, and perm your hair. Commit murder, arson, and dance the breakdance. Such a tough character surrendering just like that." Pei Yaoguang cried in fear. "My dear big brother, those are all just rumors. I just used those rumors to build a persona. If it were true, I wouldn't be able to stay in school." Zhu Jing gave him a slap upon hearing this. "If you don't learn from this lesson, from now on, every time I see you, I'll beat you up." It's a fact that you bullied your classmates. Go back and write a self-criticism. Recite it 10 times in front of the class during morning study tomorrow. Have your lackeys film it. I will check it later. Pei Yaoguang clutched his face and said, yes, yes, yes. I'll do as you say. Zhu Jing just took out his phone and scared Pei Yaoguang half to death. The dojo's address. Didn't you say you couldn't explain it? I'll go ask them myself. The scene shifts to the inner circle of the city. Turn right 120 meters ahead. Usually, an hour of hard training at the gym only increases my stats by about 200 points. But one fight now, just after a fight that wasn't even that hard, the gains far exceed my usual workouts. And I even awakened a new skill. It seems I should look for fights more often. Soon, he arrived at the Jinfeng dojo. The dojo looks quite decent. As soon as he pushed open the door, a beautiful woman whispered, "Be quiet. The master is teaching a class." The so-called breathing method is the basic skill to activate internal energy through respiration. Only by letting the Kai within your body circulate fully can you be considered to have entered the gate of martial arts. Martial arts can be considered basic entry. Come and follow me. Zhu Jing's eyes lit up at the words. An entry-level technique. This is exactly what I wanted. Zhu Jing asked the girl, "Excuse me, can I follow along?" The girl replied shyly, "You can, I guess. But don't overdo it." Hearing this, Zhu Jing found a spot and sat down. This kid is probably encountering martial arts for the first time. Can he handle it? Some capable students must emerge. Otherwise, the master will fire me. None of the students present could hold on. Even the most promising one, Qi Zhengyuan, failed. Then the master slowly walked over. The girl hurriedly said, "Please give me a few more days. I will definitely find suitable talent for you." But the master ignored her. Instead, he walked right up to Zhu Jing. "Don't speak. This child is still persevering. This breathing method sounds simple, but it's actually quite difficult in practice. With such a large amount of oxygen flooding the lungs, those without sufficient lung capacity don't even qualify to practice. Also, this Kai keeps expanding inside my body, as if it's about to explode." Time's up. As soon as Zhu Jing opened his eyes, he was asked by them, "Student, how do you feel? Any discomfort anywhere?" "None. On the contrary, I feel quite refreshed." The girl quickly grabbed Zhu Jing's hand and said, "Student, what is your name? Would you like to join our Jinfeng dojo?" Just as she finished, a dark shadow burst through the window. It bit a student's calf. In less than 3 seconds, he was bit to death by the monster. Everyone was shocked at the sight. "Everyone leave quickly. Don't crowd," the master shouted loudly. "Manager Zhang, please maintain order." At that moment, the monster also targeted Manager Zhang. With a swish, it rushed toward Manager Zhang. In the moment of crisis, Zhu Jing flashed over and saved her. Seeing this, Manager Zhang's heart went pit-a-pat. "Thank you, student." With just one punch, he sent the monster flying. This drew admiring looks from the girls nearby. He was even noticed by Zhu Ren, captain of the White Crow Squad, who decided to recruit him at any cost. Just now, a giant cockroach man charged into the Jinfeng dojo, biting anyone it saw. During the fight, Zhu Jing found its shell to be incredibly hard. It could actually withstand 300 times the force. If that's the case, I'll focus all my strength into a single point. With one punch, the cockroach man was sent flying. Zhu Jing patted the dust off himself and said, "It's much weaker than it looks." Seeing this, Manager Zhang immediately gave him an admiring look. "So handsome. This kid has just mastered Kai Force, suddenly releasing such a large amount. His body won't be able to handle it." Then, the cockroach actually stood up. Zhu Jing said with disdain, "You still want more? It'll be the same no matter how many times you try." Suddenly, Zhu Jing spat out a mouthful of blood. Just as he was wondering why, the cockroach man lunged at him fiercely. By the time he noticed, it was already too late. Oh no, looks like I overdid it this time. But suddenly, a light blade sliced the cockroach man into pieces. Zhu Jing didn't even know what had happened. A voice came from a distance. Zhu Ren, captain of Squad 838 of the White Crow Unit, is taking over this area. All unauthorized personnel, please evacuate immediately. White Crow Units. First time I've heard of them. To defeat that cockroach man in one hit. Are all the members of this organization this powerful? Zhu Ren looked at Zhu Jing's confused face. This kid looks only 17 or 18, yet he could injure the cockroach man like that barehanded. And he's so handsome. I must find a reason to recruit him. Zhu Ren handed a piece of paper to Zhu Jing and said, Sunday at 5:00 p.m. Come to their address on this note. I'll tell you everything you want to know. Zhu Jing took the note in confusion. Opening the notes, he saw King Cheng Library 7th floor. Yi Chen just walked out the door. He was immediately surrounded by Manager Zhang. Student, are you really okay? Let me take you to my house. No. To the hospital for a proper checkup. Zhu Jing quickly said, I'm really fine. Thanks for letting me visit your dojo today. If there's nothing else, I'll be going now. Student, you must come tomorrow. Manager Zhang's love-struck look made the master feel helpless. This was the first time this kid encountered Kai force, yet he has such strength. A small dojo like ours probably can't hold him. Inch force. It's about gathering Kai at a single point, accelerating to max speed over the shortest distance. That way, even the hardest defense can be broken. I really want to experience it again. White Crow Squad. Cockroach Man. How many secrets are there in this world that I don't know about? When the weekend comes, I'll go check out that address. Zhu Jing was also surprised while looking at the surveillance on his phone. He then asked the kids, what were you fiddling with on my computer just now? But the kid only gave an embarrassed meow. Zhu Jing sighed, fine, don't tell me. I'll settle the score with you when I wake up. As Zhu Jing lay on the bed sleeping soundly, the kid sniffed him and noticed the scent of blood. He got into a fight. He is my person. Who dares to bully him? The kid immediately jumped onto Zhu Jing. Young man, tell me what happened. Don't worry, just say it. No matter what it is, I, Ning Fengwen, leader of the dragon cult, will surely stand up for you. A drowsy Zhu Jing spoke up. You really can talk. I knew you were a person. Never mind. I'll talk after I wake up. In the blink of an eye, the next day arrived. The moment he finished breakfast, Zhu Jing was fully revitalized. The kid was also devouring food and said so. You weren't beat up, but you defeated a monster instead. Hearing this, Zhu Jing nodded. The kids thought for a moment. I've never heard of those things coming into the city. Zhu Jing stroked the kid's head and said, thank you for being so worried about me, Zwanner. The kid froze upon hearing that. She quickly scratched her head and said, don't call me Wanner. You must respectfully call me cult leader. Zhu Jing smiled at that. All right, since Lady Wanner can talk now, why don't you explain what you were doing on the phone? The man originally just wanted to challenge the Kanglong Dojo. But he was noticed by the old master of the Kanglong Dojo, who insisted on betrothing his granddaughter to him. Just now, Zhu Jing found Wanner secretly searching for study materials. So he asked her to explain exactly what she was doing. This thing is called a cattail ring. It's a type of divine relic. I'm looking up information on it. Zhu Jing touched the cattail ring and said, so this thing is a divine relic. 287 years ago, God died. It is said, those golden specks of light are divine relics. I had only heard about them before, but now I finally see one. No wonder I can absorb divinity. Wanner shouted shyly, how long are you going to keep squeezing it? Zhu Jing coughed to ease their embarrassment. So you're looking for a way to use it? Wanner said helplessly. Of course not. I want to take it off. You know the dragon cult is the largest gang in Qingcheng. We not only control the operation of entertainment venues, but also cooperate with martial arts dojos to do some pharmaceutical business. Perhaps our growth was too aggressive, and it made people envious. I was attacked at my villa, had this thing put on me, and turned into a cat. By the time I managed to escape, the dragon cult was already in someone else's pocket. I can only turn back into a human if I take this off. And then I'll kill them all. Hearing this, Zhu Jing asked her, what do you plan to do next? If you can't find it online, the library probably won't help much either. Wanner said confidently, I, the cult leader, already have a plan for that. And that is to have you practice martial arts and become strong. What's the connection between those two things? Of course there is. After you become strong, various organizations will definitely come knocking. Maybe some of them will be divine relic holders. Then you can follow the clues, and you'll surely find a way to remove the cattail ring. Zhu Jing was speechless at her words. Someone already has come knocking. Wanner turned her head and said, so I'm going to introduce you to the best dojo. Have you heard of Kanglong Dojo? Zhu Jing replied immediately, of course. Years ago, when I wanted to learn martial arts, I checked the tuition of all the dojos in Qingcheng. Kanglong Dojo was the most expensive one. But I didn't remember it because it was expensive. Users like Dream Awoken left tons of bad reviews. Wanner scoffed those losers. How can they learn martial arts if they can't handle hardship? In the circle of real martial artists, no one would look down on Kanglong Dojo. So how do I get in? Through the traditional way. Of course, challenge the dojo. If I trash their place, would they still recruit me? Look at you, so inexperienced. A challenge is basically an interview. Dojo disciples are also ranked. Those who pay to enter, even if they study seriously, if they have no talent, it's a waste of money. Even those with talent must show hard power. It's useless if it takes 10 or 8 years to mature. On the path of martial arts, character is especially important. Only with an invincible spirit can one throw an invincible punch. Challenging a dojo is a way to recommend yourself, and the best way to prove your spirit. Remember to go to the dojo tomorrow. I'm going to take care of some business. On the next day, Zhu Jing arrived at Kanglong Dojo. Hello, I'm here too. Before he could finish, they started a contest of grip strength. When he gathered his true Kai together, the gathered Kai made the martial artist cry out in pain like a cow. The people nearby also started laughing. This guy is a martial arts nut. He wants to spar with everyone he meets. Who knows how many times he's lost? Look at the old master and some core disciples are coming. What's going on? Even the old master came out. All the core disciples are here too. Has something big happened? Is our dojo going bankrupt? Then, Zhu Jing noticed that Wanner was actually among them. The old master then shouted loudly, quiet. So you are you the one who's here to challenge the dojo? You're here to challenge. Zhu Jing pointed at himself. That's right. It's me. The old master snorted. It's been a long time since anyone dared to challenge me. Young man, do you think you're qualified? Zhu Jing looked at his status panel. He felt that by asking him this, I don't really know myself. His combat-related levels seemed quite low. Then, the old master actually asked about his family situation. This question left Zhu Jing speechless. Am I here for a blind date? A second later, the old master laughed loudly. Don't be in a hurry. As a prospective grandson-in-law, of course I have to ask a few more questions. Zhu Jing was bewildered. I know. What's going on? I know. Zhu Shanying replied. Grandpa, whether he's qualified or not, we'll have to fight first to find out. Little brother, don't worry. I'll go easy on you. Not wanting to be outdone, Zhu Jing immediately struck a pose. Then, please. Wanner said speechlessly, I told you it was a blind date. He sent the monster flying with just one punch. His bravery was noticed by a gentle and cute sister. She offered a monthly salary of 200, inviting him to join the Wu's Divine Relic Containment Company. Hearing this, Zhu Jing sincerely said, Sister, please let me join your team. I will follow every command. Good sister. Divine Relic Containment Company. I'll be able to access many divine relics. I'm going to hit it big. Currently, divine relics are the only source of divinity. Even a single passive skill like Gemini is this powerful. If the active skills are even more unreasonable, no one in this world will be able to defeat me. Wu Yaoqing saw this and said speechlessly, You really look like you've never seen the world. She took a contract out of her backpack and said, Look over the contract first. If there are no problems, sign right here. Zhu Jing looked at the contract and felt it was no different from a standard labor contract. Except it had an additional non-disclosure agreement. Is this job very dangerous? Potential for death or permanent disability. Harmless divine relics are categorized by their inherent danger. The harmless class is divided into 4 grades A, B, C, and D. Since you've just joined, the company will only assign grade D tasks to you. As long as you follow the procedures, there won't be any danger at all. If you grow and improve in the future, then you'll be involved in truly dangerous work. What about grade A? You don't need to consider that situation for now. When a divine relic of that level appears, it's not something a single person, or even a single company can handle. At that time, official government agencies will step in. One last question. Why choose me? Even if I've encountered a divine relic before, that doesn't mean I'm qualified, does it? Hearing this, Wu Yaoqing explained, You're wrong. It's not that you contacted the divine relic, but rather, the divine relic contacted you. Zhu Jing asked in confusion, What do you mean? Divine relics themselves should possess a certain degree of will. They actively approach those who attract them. And among humans, there is a type that can actively attract divine relics. I am one of them. And you happen to have the same constitution as me. Being able to offer this salary is enough to prove my sincerity. Zhu Jing thought it over carefully. So I'm actually this impressive. No wonder they are so eager to recruit me. Zhu Jing signed his name and said, Actually, the salary doesn't matter much. I mainly just like divine relics. Please take care of me from now on, big sister. Wu Yaoqing smiled, indicating a pleasant partnership. If there's nothing else, I'll be going now. The Crouching Dragon Dojo and Divine Relic Collection. These 2 things alone are enough to keep me busy. I'm afraid I won't have any time for school. But with a monthly salary of 200, I wouldn't earn that even 10 years after graduation. The most urgent task now is to first improve my strength. Only by becoming stronger can I have hope of going back. First, let's see what this active skill is all about. He then summoned the status panel. Activate the twin active ability. I have to activate it. Reaction speed. Looking at the activated panel, he thought of something. If I choose physical power and reaction speed, then when I use the twin skill, I'll have double the strength. I already have resurrection armor, so doubling defense seems a bit pointless. And I'm already quite durable as it is. My main attack method is aiming, which doesn't rely on raw strength anyway. In the world of martial arts, speed is the only thing that can't be broken. Let's choose speed first. I need to establish a control group first, otherwise I won't be able to tell how strong this skill is. From here to that streetlight is about 100 meters. Let's run once to see how long it takes. Shortly after starting, he returned to the starting point. Seeing it only took 10 seconds, he felt it was decent. If I activate the skill and run back, it should be much faster. Twin activate. With a swoosh, he was back at the start. The time was cut in half compared to the previous run. This twin skill really has something to it. Hypothetically, if I'm in a thrilling hand-to-hand fight where even a minor slip-up is fatal, once I activate the skill, no one would expect this acceleration that defies logic and intuition. That would be the finishing blow. That is twin. Ignoring the laws of physics and physical limits, it's a divine skill that transcends all rules. In the blink of an eye, the next day arrived. Zhu Jing hurriedly arrived at the Crouching Dragon Dojo. Upon opening the door, he saw the sixth senior sister loosening a junior brother's joints. Seeing him, the sixth senior sister immediately shouted, "Seventh junior brother, you came at just the right time. Let's have a sparring match. Show them the correct way to use internal force." Zhu Jing was left speechless at the sight. Here we go again, right? She calls it a demonstration, but she clearly wants to regain her pride from last time. However, she definitely won't be as careless as before. No matter, it's a good chance to test my abilities. Sixth senior sister. She was completely conquered by a single shoulder throw. Senior sister couldn't figure it out no matter what. I clearly used my full strength. Why did I still lose? Zhu Jing looked at his sister lying on the ground and said, "Good match, Sister Zhu." After speaking, Zhu Jing walked out of the training room. But just as he left, he was stopped by the fifth senior brother. "Do you want to practice the hibernating dragon art together?" Zhu Jing agreed, saying there was no problem. "Fifth senior brother, please guide me." But after practicing for just half an hour, the fifth senior brother was breaked out in a cold sweat from shock. "Little junior brother, I thought you were bragging about practicing hibernating dragon art all night, but you've almost cultivated Dragon Kai already. This is just too ridiculous." However, there is a legendary ultimate physical realm in the martial arts world, known as the treasure body. It means tempering one's own physical body into a treasure. Immutable jade bones. In that realm, the body can achieve 5 extremes. Muscular dragon elephant means the muscles house a power like a water dragon. Iron tree entwining sinews means one's tendons are like the roots of an iron tree. Glazed glass skin means the skin is flawless, perfect, and leak-proof like glass. Immutable jade bone refers to tempering bones into indestructible, immortal jade. Completely indestructible. Blood-melting gold means when using internal force, the blood throughout the body boils hot, reaching temperatures like volcanic lava. But that's just a fairy tale, because absolutely no one has ever achieved it. Zhu Jing looked at his status panel with confidence. That's not necessarily true. What others can't do is not necessarily impossible for me. Maybe I can give it a try, becoming a martial arts legend. Just then, the eldest senior brother suddenly crashed through the window. Fifth senior brother quickly introduced him. "This is the strongest at our Crouching Dragon Dojo, eldest brother Meng Boshing. He has a bit of a quirk. He likes breaking in through windows." When Zhu Jing walked to the window and looked out, he was stunned. He actually jumped up here from the first floor. How much strength must that take? Fifth senior brother said to Zhu Jing, "Little junior brother, I have some matters to attend to, so I'll be leaving first. Just remember one thing. The essence of hibernating dragon art is force manipulation and shaping." After saying that, he jumped down from the building. Meanwhile, Zhu Jing was still reflecting on fifth senior brother's words. Suddenly, he thought of something. "Lately, I've only been considering how to increase the quantity of Kai, but I never considered shaping it. Perhaps I can try combining it with my aiming ability." As a result of 3 hours of cultivation, Zhu Jing truly managed to learn it. He said happily, "This is much more powerful than small pebbles on the roadside." Suddenly, he heard a round of applause. It turned out his master had arrived. "I didn't expect that besides your exceptional physical talent, you would have such great talent in force manipulation as well." Master handed him a medicinal pill and said, "Eat this." Zhu Jing took the pill and swallowed it immediately. Seeing this, Master shouted. The man simply aimed for the senior sister's vital spot, and with a 100% accuracy, his punch struck her vital spot. A powerful blow sent the senior sister flying back. Zhu Jing, however, was still savoring the feeling of that impact. The senior sister's face was full of bashfulness, and she turned her head away in a huff. Just before that, Zhu Jing had swallowed the pill from his master. Zhu Jing felt a wave of dizziness in his head. He felt the Kai within his body surging wildly. Is this the effect of that pill? I need to stabilize the Kai first. Zhu Jing took a stance and inhaled deeply. Holding his breaths, he found the sensation truly marvelous. It was as if all distracting thoughts had vanished. Now, I only need to focus on one thing: my training. After a while, Zhu Jing opened his eyes and found himself back to normal. Master smiled and said, "If you hadn't come out of it, I'm afraid your Kai would have been completely drained. You cultivated Dragon Kai on your very first try. Zhao Jing, you really are impressive. What exactly is Dragon Kai?" This so-called Dragon Kai, to put it simply, is a form of emotion. Think about it. When you're angry, don't you hit people with much more force? When fighting for survival, don't you feel a sudden surge of energy? In our crouching dragon style, we call the technique of triggering emotions Kai of motion. If you can combine motion and stillness, you will be invincible. Zhu Jing immediately asked his master, "Then how do I train it?" Master laughed loudly and said, "You should have already grasped its essence. Don't ask questions yet, try to figure it out for yourself." I've already grasped the essence. Does he mean that state of total concentration? It's like I've remembered everything I saw and learned in my previous life. Even this math problem that I couldn't solve during my college entrance exam. I clearly never studied it again, so why does it seem so simple now? And all these knowledge points. I've become smarter. Furthermore, ordinary matters can no longer sway my emotions. My imagination has also become stronger. I can quickly visualize the appearance of a giant dragon, where even a single mane hair or a golden scale is crystal clear. Could this be the essence of visualization? Master said, "Talking is useless. You'll only get the feel through practice. King Xiao, you come and spar with him." King Xiao's force control is the most outstanding among all the disciples. Even her father Ba Sheng can't compare to hers. Zhu Jing threw off his coat and said, "I wonder, compared to that sixth senior sister, who is stronger? Fourth senior sister, excuse my rudeness." With that, he rushed forward, only to be sent flying by a single punch from the fourth senior sister. Zhu Jing clutched his stomach and said, "She's even stronger than my golden finger." Fourth senior sister calmly patted her hands. Seeing this, Zhu Jing rushed forward once more. Fourth senior sister again. This time, I'll do whatever it takes to win. Whether by underhanded means, or by being vicious. In martial arts, the one left standing is the winner. Zhu Jing was beat until he was crying out in pain. But he did not give up. While dodging, he discovered a weakness in the fourth senior sister. His punch landed on the fourth senior sister's vital spot, finally sending her flying back. Zhu Jing looked at his fist and wondered, could the sensation just now have been? Master caught the fourth senior sister and said, "Let's call it a day for now. King Xiao must be hungry, and further sparring won't be effective. King Xiao, go and rest now." Zhu Jing asked his master, "By the way, master, why doesn't the fourth senior sister speak?" Master sighed and said, "Something happened when King Xiao was still very young. This child's story can't be told in just a few words. I'll tell you more when there's an opportunity. Anyway, how did you feel today? Was the training effective?" Zhu Jing replied with a smile, exhausted. "I've never been this tired since I started fighting, but I've also never been this happy. Health maintenance LV3, 251-300. Fourth senior sister is just too powerful. I only sparred with her for about 4 hours, and my experience points increased by this much. It seems I really need to stick close to her in the future. In the blink of an eye, Zhu Jing returned home. Wanner, I brought you some fried chicken. But after shouting for a while, there was no sound in the house. Wanner, it's so late. Where could she have gone? Why is there the sound of water in the bathroom? The man was just in the bathroom helping a kit take a bath. But in the next second, the kit actually transformed into a cute cat girl. Wanner shouted shyly, "Don't look at me." Zhu Jing said awkwardly. Wanner, calm down. I didn't see anything. Hearing this, Wanner said, "Is that true? I'm not lying to you regardless. Get up first." Just then, Wanner let out a shy sound. Hearing this, Zhu Jing immediately asked, "Are you okay?" Wanner said shyly, "It's nothing. How could I suddenly change back at a time like this? Maybe I accidentally triggered the transformation condition of the god's relic. Does that mean I really felt a little bit of affection for him just now? And then I turned back into a human. What kind of mess is this trigger condition? And these cat ears, these fangs, damn god. What kind of trash are these legacies they left behind? Listen, don't you dare have any weird thoughts about me. This was just an accident." Just then, Wanner seemed to feel something. Zhu Jing hurriedly said, "This isn't something I can control. If you don't get off me soon, I won't be able to control more than just it." Wanner looked at Zhu Jing shyly and said, "Then I'll move my tail away. Keep your eyes closed, no peeking." But as Wanner tried to stand up, her foot slipped. She fell back into the bathtub again. Wanner said awkwardly, "I didn't do it on purpose." Suddenly, Wanner made that strange sound again. Zhu Jing held back his physical reaction and said, "Wanner, can you be more careful? It's very difficult for me if you move around on top of me so violently." Hearing this, Wanner immediately ran out of the bathroom. Seeing this, Zhu Jing also let out a sigh. An hour later, Wanner changed back into a kit. "After I calmed down just now, I changed back into a cat. Now I can't turn into a human again. It's so mysterious." Zhu Jing just wanted to pet Wanner, but Wanner immediately jumped away. Zhu Jing sighed and said, "I guess so. After what happened just now, it's normal that she doesn't want me to touch her." Wanner, "I recently met someone who knows a lot about God's relics. I'll go ask her about the details tomorrow. Maybe she can help you turn back into a human." Wanner said whatever with her mouth, but in her heart, she thought about being able to change back once, and then she would strictly become a superior person. The man just took off his glasses, but it made the beauty's heart pound wildly. Early morning. Zhu Jing had just woken up. His phone made a ding-dong sound. Looking at the message on his phone, Zhu Jing said happily, "Finally, some work has arrived." In a blink, Zhu Jing arrived at the library, but he looked around for a long time and didn't see anyone. "Where is Wu Yaoqing? She told me to come quickly, but she's not here herself. Other than a girl wearing glasses here, I don't see anyone else." Wait, no. That girl wearing glasses, no. Isn't that Wu Yaoqing? Wu Yaoqing took off her glasses and said, "Your consciousness intensity is quite high. To think you could discover I was here so quickly." Wu Yaoqing coughed and said, "This is a god's relic, God 1280. The mediocre glasses. They can lower a person's presence, making them not draw any attention." Zhu Jing held the glasses and said, "Is that all they do?" Hearing this, Wu Yaoqing explained, "Of course. It's more than that. Once you take the glasses off, the suppressed presence will explode all at once. The longer you wear them, the more radiant you will be when you take them off." Zhu Jing sighed. "So it was that I suddenly became a pervert. It was the effect of the glasses. By the way, didn't you say there's work?" Wu Yaoqing took out a file and said, "This mission is very special. It's a C-rank containment mission. It shouldn't have been given to you. But this god's relic, God 1105, the crown of the evil woman, can continuously enhance the wearer's primitive desires. The current wearer is a woman named Lu Huiying. Once she sees a handsome man, she can't help but want to possess him." Zhu Jing put on the glasses and asked, "So these glasses were prepared specifically for me?" "Of course, your foundation is already good. As long as you wear these glasses beforehand, the moment you take them off, you will surely cause Lu Huiying's desires to explode completely. At that time, you'll be able to easily take off the crown of the evil woman and let her return to normal. This containment mission is perfect for you. This left Zhu Jing speechless. After all that talk, you want me to sell my looks. But to be honest, this job actually suits me quite well. Not only can I drain 2 gods' relics at once, I can also develop in secret. And these glasses look good on me. After I wear them for a few years and then take them off, won't I be able to stand above the heavens from then on? By the way, are these glasses your private property? Of course not. I borrowed them from another containment company. Our company feels quite mysterious and high-end. I thought there was only one branch in the whole country hearing this. Wu Yaoqing explained. You misunderstood. God's relic containment companies are a bit special. But if you really had to describe it, there's no essential difference from a street cleaner. In this world, there are thousands of known God's relics alone. They can appear anywhere at any time. A single containment company can't handle them all. And this job is very dangerous. Not just anyone can qualify. Zhu Jing asked, do we have a partnership with other containment companies? Not necessarily. Containment work is essentially outsourced to us by the state. Some companies, in order to make this money, will use any means necessary. If you encounter people from other companies, you should also be careful. Hearing this, Zhu Jing indicated he understood. By the way, I want to test their effect. When Zhu Jing took off the glasses, Wu Yaoqing's heart in front of him couldn't stop pounding. It seems the effect is very good. The scene changes. Zhu Jing is already on the vehicle Lu Huiying. Her activity area is basically in the South District bars, discos, dance halls, host clubs, KTV. What a standard activity range for a female gang boss. The files say Lu Huiying has already relied on the physical ability buff from the crown of the evil woman to carve out a territory and established a small gang called the Rose Gang. And every day she bullies the locals and drains the vital energy of countless men. At the same time, this crown of the evil woman will also continuously enhance her desires. The stronger her desire, the greater the buff to her physical abilities. If no one stops her, the crown of the evil woman will keep stacking up. Taking off the crown of the evil woman is enough to return her to normal. So I have to find a way to use myself, bullied the locals and drain them. Just because she obtained the crown of the evil woman, it also continuously enhanced her desires. Having just taken the mission to recover the crown of the evil woman, Zhu Jing immediately rushed to the South District. Lu Huiying was doing whatever she wanted in the South District, and laughed arrogantly. I do whatever I want. Whoever dares to stop me gets beat. Seeing this, Zhu Jing also said speechlessly, this old woman is too chunabu. Lu Huiying had just walked out of the restaurant and asked the owner, where are your 2 sons? Why didn't I see them today? Which one do you want? I'll go call them right now. Lu Huiying smiled wickedly. Of course. I want both of them. Zhu Jing, hiding in the corner, also said helplessly, asking me to seduce this old hag. You might as well just kill me. At that moment, a group of people walked down the street, with Brother Duan taking action this time. That crazy woman Lu Huiying is dead meat. So rivals have come for revenge. I'll hide and observe for a bit. Razor gang leader Duan Kaiping shouted. Lu Huiying, I heard you've been acting very cocky lately. Lu Huiying showed a disdainful look. Who are you? The beat lackey complained. Sister Lu. He is Duan Kaiping from the Razor gang. He's the one who beat us like this. She smiled wickedly. Duan Kaiping looking closely. You have a pretty good body. How about playing with big sister for a bit? Hearing this, Duan Kaiping was quite fuming. You dare to be so arrogant in my territory. He stepped forward with a heavy punch, but she dodged it with a flash. Stupid woman. Have the guts to stop hiding. Seeing this, I also realized the situation on the scene. This was originally the Razor Gang's territory. Later it was taken by Lu Huiying's Rose Gang. The 2 sides have become enemies because of this. Isn't this just a gang turf war? Duan Kaiping's lackeys also rushed up, and even hit the restaurant owner's son. This made her quite angry. You actually dared to hit my little treasure. You Razor Gang bastards. Don't ruin my good time. Seeing this, Duan Kaiping laughed loudly. Stupid woman. You're finally getting serious. Then I'll show some real skill too. This punch sent her flying. Lu Huiying, who was knocked back, was just uninjured. She actually became stronger and stronger. Interesting. Big sister will come trade some moves with you afterwards. The 2 continued their fierce battle. This thug called Duan Kaiping is not simple, using his palms like blades. His palms are like sharp edges, cutting through iron as if it were mud. But Lu Huiying only suffered a scratch. In terms of pure martial arts, Duan Kaiping far surpasses Lu Huiying. But Lu Huiying is too tanky. He can't damage her at all. How long is this going to take? Just then, the divinity absorption was completed. Last time I chose speed. This time I'll use strength to match it. I wonder how powerful it is after the upgrade. I just casually tossed a stone, and it actually broke Duan Kaiping's leg. It was even a crushing, severe injury seeing this. Duan Kaiping said through gritted teeth, "Bitch. You dared to launch a sneak attack, let's go stupid woman. You just wait for us. We'll be back." She spat out a mouthful of blood and said HMPH. Piece of trash HMPH. That actually hurt quite a bit. At that moment, I also walked out. She looked at me disdainfully and said, "Kid, was that you're doing just now?" Something like that. But I won't use that to deal with you. This Lu Huiying has no technique in fighting. One look and you can tell she's had no professional training. Since that's the case, I'll try to defeat her head-on, without relying on sacrificing my looks. At the worst, taking off my glasses midway can provide a hard stun seeing this. Lu Huiying licked her lips. Deal with me. With just you. In bed might be more like it. But when I took a deep breath, a powerful aura radiated from my whole body seeing this. She was also full of shock. Could this young man be very strong? Who are you? I scratched my hair confidently. The man just gave the old woman a light flick, and completely conquered the savage and rude old woman just now. Zhu Jing launched an attack on Lu Huiying, beating her until she retreated step by step. Even the wall behind her was shattered. Zhu Jing shook his hand and said, "This old woman is really tough." The lackeys nearby broke into a cold sweat at the sight. Is this a movie? He even smashed the wall to pieces. I hope Sister Lu isn't smashed to pieces too. Even Duan Kaiping was taken down by Sister Lu. But he can actually suppress Sister Lu in a fight. Lu Huiying was driven to a frenzy by the beating. She roared in fury. You have really F-seeking pissed me off now. I'm going to smash you into a pulp. But I easily dodged her full power swing. With an elbow strike, I made her nose bleed profusely. Yet she still wore a wicked smile. She grabbed my arm with one hand. Just as she was about to strike me with her club, I had already aimed at her forehead. With just a flick to her forehead, she clutched her head in pain and screamed my eyes. I smiled triumphantly. My master once said, whether it's despicable or sinister, as long as you win, any move is fair game. Only the person left standing is qualified to speak. It's not just men. Women have the same weaknesses there. Zhu Jing raised his hands for a final heavy blow. A massive crater appeared where Lu Huiying fell. The crown of the vile woman rolled onto the ground. The lackeys behind him were trembling with fear. I picked up the crown of the vile woman and took a photo, then sent it to Wu Yaoqing. Containment successful. Contained. Better not let her suffocate. As for the punishment for the evils she committed with the crown, I'll leave that to the residents she persecuted all this time. Just then, a man in a suit walked up from behind and shouted arrogantly, "Kids, hand over that thing you're holding. That's not something you're qualified to touch. Grip it tight. To absorb the divinity, grip it tight. I can't let this guy interrupt. Grip it tight. What if I say no?" The man's expression turned fierce. "Brett, you're looking for deaths." He looked to be only 16 or 17, with traces of martial arts training but living in the countryside of the Outer Ring. His martial evaluation is actually above level 2. Still, he's too weak despite having martial training. OHMPH. I'll give you one last chance. I'm not going to indulge him. I went up and aimed a kick right at his vitals. I never expected that he wouldn't react at all. Despicable martial artist. Always using such low-down tricks. How could I not be prepared for that? Seeing this, Zhu Jing immediately tried to flee. Run. Who normally guards against that move? Run. You're a pervert, aren't you? This guy is an agent from another containment company. His body is so strange. It's as hard as if it were assembled from mechanical parts. The man smashed through the wall and chased after me. Luckily, I was agile enough to dodge. That man is inscrutable. I can't get entangled for too long. Then, he sent me flying with a heavy punch through the wall. It even knocked me through 3 more walls. It seems no matter how I run, he catches up. Just at that moment, the divinity extraction was complete. The shadow flame had met its activation requirements. I didn't hesitate to click activate. And the man walked toward me. Hand it over and I'll only break one of your arms and one leg. With just a single thought, the shadow flame surged forward and burned the man to death. Upon closer inspection, I realized this guy was quite extravagant. His entire body was covered in synthetic skin. And this skin was incredibly durable. Even after burning for so long, it only left a faint mark. If I hadn't destroyed him from the inside, he would have been hard to kill. By comparison, stones look hard, but they burned like this in no time. The damage caused by this black flame depends on the target's durability. Furthermore, the surface of the stones showed no signs of carbonization. They were even cold to the touch. It seems this black flame doesn't have the properties of actual fire. The panel says, this black flame is converted from shadows. Now that the shadows have diminished, the black flame has also weakened. The larger the surrounding shadow area, the more and stronger shadow flame can be converted. Suddenly, the shadow flame dissipated. The panel turned gray. It's all used up. The flame. There wasn't even a notification. I don't even know how the cooldown is calculated. Never mind. I'll ignore this for now. I should explain this guy's situation to Wu Yaoqing first. The scene shifts to the South District. Ping Ping. Do you know why I called you here? I know. You clearly warned me repeatedly not to cause trouble lately. Yet the next second, Duan Kaiping's head was pinned down. You clearly knew, so why did you still do it? Are you tired of living? Duan Kaiping hurriedly kowtowed. Master, your disciple was wrong. Please forgive me. The man turned his head and said, forget it. Stand up. Those 2 we sent out earlier, any news? They seem to have been eliminated. Was it all the work of White Crow? No, it said one of them was wounded by a young boy. Supposedly, the boy's name is Zhu Jing. His background is nothing special. Just an ordinary person. Hearing this, he shouted enraged. How could an ordinary person defeat them? Although these test subjects are imperfect, they cannot be defiled by a commoner. Go capture him. I will feed him to the great celestial worm mother personally. In doing so, she will be able to give birth to more and better children. One day, this planet will be mine. The man simply took off his glasses, yet it made the beautiful woman's heart throb wildly. She couldn't help but cover her blushing face. Just now, Zhu Jing finished his mission and returned to the Qingcheng Library. Having caused such a disaster during the mission, I wonder how Wu Yaoqing will handle it. Whatever, thinking won't help. I'll face whatever comes my way. I'll adapt as needed. At worst, I'll make up for it with future service. But what awaited him wasn't a punishment, but rather Wu Yaoqing's apology. I am very sorry. I didn't anticipate an unexpected situation occurring, leaving you to face danger alone. This is a serious dereliction of duty on my part. I will upgrade this mission to Grade C, and provide you with some compensation. I hope you can accept this. I simply replied calmly, no problem. The man you killed, his identity has been confirmed. His name was Zhu Yingkun. He was a Grade C agent belonging to the Zuman Containment Company. Actually, I have already contacted them. They say this was likely his personal action, and had nothing to do with the company. I questioned a personal action. He is a man. What would he want with the crown of the vile woman? Wu Yaoqing handed over a map and said, you can take a look at this. This is also where my concern lies. including the Zhu family's company. It's indeed unlikely they'd send someone all the way to the Outer Ring for a mission. There are no flaws in this explanation. There may be another hidden agenda behind this. Just leave it to me to handle. Don't get too deeply involved for now. I took out the crown of the vile woman and said, I almost forgot to give this to you. And the glasses. Should I return them to you now? Hearing this, Wu Yaoqing waved her hands quickly. You keep the glasses. You might need them for the next mission. More importantly, Zhu Yingkun's autopsy report is a bit strange. Internal organs from his entire body vanished without a trace. How did you do that? The shadow flame thing is too dangerous. Even I haven't fully understood the principle yet. Better keep it hidden for now. I took off the glasses and said, Can I choose not to say? Good sister. Seeing this, Wu Yaoqing was about to lose her composure. She quickly covered her eyes and said, Fine. Don't say it. Everyone has secrets. Just put your glasses back on. These glasses are practically a divine tool. By the way, what was that thing you just gave me? This is a containment ID. With this, it will be much more convenient to carry out missions in the future. I said happily, so I'm officially a government employee now. Of course, besides the perks of official organizations, the materials stored in this library will be fully open to you. I still have some work to process. Go inside and take your time looking. I gave a polite wave. Take care. Great. Maybe I can find clues about the cattail ring. Upon closer inspection, this place is truly another world. God 18, the goddess of death's unreasonable favor. A divine relic I've never seen before. But when I tried to use the ID to view it, unable to view. Insufficient clearance. Unable to view. Unable to view. I then tried other high-numbered relics. But still insufficient clearance. This really wore me out. Are you kidding me? I thought they said it was fully open. I still need clearance for everything. Don't tell me even the cattail ring requires clearance. When I finally found the cattail ring, I gave it a little bow. Please let me view this. The moment I swiped their ID, it finally worked. The danger level of this divine relic is B, which does not match grade C Agent Zhu Jing's rank. Does not match grade C Agent Zhu Jing's rank. Only the first 2 layers of data will be opened. Isn't this thing only capable of turning someone into a harmless little kitty? How is it the same rank as relics that can destroy entire streets? After wearing it for a month, the holder can freely transform between human and cat. After finding the heterodox tail ring in the data, I searched vigorously for information on this heterodox cult. The records state that those who receive a god's gift are called the bestowed. 200 years ago, a heterodox cult called the Lion Saint cult desired to establish contact with the goddess Bastet. But the goddess never responded. Until a believer obtained God 1391 and turned into a cat. Only then did they finally receive the goddess's blessing. However, the recipient of the blessing was not the believer, but rather God 1391, the cattail ring. From then on, the cattail ring possessed even more mysterious power. As the fusion progress deepens, the wearer will begin to possess the powers of Bastet, until they become the real Bastet. Therefore, the Lion Saint cult will stop at nothing to kill the current holder of the cattail ring and reclaim the rings. In other words, the man was just helping the kit bathe in the bathroom, but the next second, the kit turned into a cute cat girl. Because the kit only transforms into human form under intense emotional stimulation. Zhu Jing shook his head. I can't think about this anymore. The images from this visualization ability are too realistic. If transforming into a human really requires what happened last time, that means Wanner and I would have to do that frequently. How am I supposed to explain this condition to Wanner? Luckily, the cattail ring has no side effects. At least that's some good news. What exactly is Bastet's power? How do you take it off after putting it on? Are there no answers to these key questions? Grade C agent clearance is just too low. A text message popped up on my phone. It turns out my salary has arrived. This must be the compensation from Wu Yaoking. There's actually this much. I'll never have 2-penny pinch over daily meals again. This way, I'll have more time to train. I can become even stronger. I'll buy some expensive ingredients tonight and make a great meal for Wanner. I'll find another chance later to tell her the condition for becoming human. 5 days later, we were still enjoying feasts of meat and fish every day. By the way, why have things been so extravagant lately? Earned some money. Zhu Jing was stunned for a moment upon hearing this. I should say that I was once wealthy. These past few days, I followed my master to learn a set of techniques called the shaking armor skill. The technique itself is fine, but I have to take medicine during the cultivation process. And after the practice, I need a medicinal bath. A full set of training costs 40,000 yuan. I've practiced 5 sets in total these past few days. I didn't expect 200,000 to just vanish like that. Then shouldn't there be over 30 or 50,000 left? How is there only this much left? Zhu Jing pointed at the lavish spread of food on the table. Although the act of honoring this cult leader is worth praising, I still have to warn you. Money must be spent wisely. Aside from the medicines you just mentioned, you'll need to buy weapons and hidden projectiles in the future. Furthermore, formal suits for high-end occasions are also indispensable. Any decent one starts at over 100,000. This kind of luxury food, once a month is about enough. Hearing this, Zhu Jing was left speechless. There are actually so many things to spend money on. Payday is still a long way off. Wu Yaojing probably won't arrange work for me anytime soon either. If I don't find another way to make some money, I'm afraid I'll be starving again. The next day, Zhu Jing practiced soft power at the Hidden Dragon Dojo. Seeing this, the senior brother praised, "This junior brother is not simple. He has already trained the shaking armor skill to this level." Then a junior sister went up and asked, "Excuse me, junior brother, we are doing strength tests over there. Could you show everyone what you can do?" Before I could refuse, senior brother accepted it for me. It's a good chance to check the effectiveness of your training and let everyone see your skills. Then I'll just give it a casual try. When Xiaorong and Yi Yingyu nearby mocked him, he'll probably blame it on having just entered the sect. When the time comes, he'll say he's not good at strength. Don't push yourself too hard, or you'll break your hand and blame us. Exactly. Don't break your hand because then. Right? Don't break your hand, then blame us. Yeah, don't break your hand and blame us later. But I only threw a light punch. In an instant, the sandbag burst open from the inside. In less than 3 seconds, the sandbag fell to the ground like scattered cod. I smiled and said, "Strength is not always better when it is stronger. What I used just now is called soft power. It is an advanced application of internal force. First, concentrate the power into a single point, inject it into the target's body, and then let it explode. Perhaps everyone can try to comprehend this." Seeing this, senior brother handed over a business card. "A VIP is looking for a bodyguard lately. The matter is just a bit complicated. Junior brother, do you want to give it a try?" Zhu Jing looked at the reward on the business card, and his eyes immediately lit up. The man was just about to take on this bodyguard job, but the 6th senior sister complained he was dressed in rags. She immediately brought out a luxurious suit she had prepared. Seeing this, the 4th senior sister also immediately produced professional attire. This made the 6th senior sister very jealous. "Senior sister, you're so cunning. I was clearly here first. In terms of taste, senior sister Meng is still slightly superior." As soon as Zhu Jing arrived at the venue, everyone started discussing him. "He's so handsome. Is he a guest? Should I go ask for his number?" That person is the star pupil of the Hidden Dragon Dojo. Impossible. There are 6 core disciples of the Hidden Dragon Dojo. I've seen them all, including the youngest little girl. I don't recognize this kid. Can't the man take a new disciple? I didn't say that. Dragon Lord Lai Kai Long said he would take 7 disciples. But this 7th disciple must be an extraordinary genius with incredible talent. Otherwise, he'd rather not take anyone. This kid looks like a pretty boy. How strong could he be? He definitely can't be Lai Kai's star pupil. Don't judge a book by its cover. Look at his lower stance is extremely stable. Every stride is the exact same distance, no more no less. Even his upper body doesn't sway. Clearly, he has exceptional body control. His internal power cultivation has already reached maturity. So what? Even if he can make 1 point of force have 10 points of effect, facing 100 people, he's still going to lose. I have nothing to say to a meathead like you. Then the receptionist asked Zhu Jing, "Are you the martial artist in charge of security, sir?" Hidden Dragon Dojo Zhu Jing. Pleased to meet you. Let me introduce the job details to you first. This time, we have hired 6 masters. Each person is responsible for an area. Mr. Zhu Jing, you are in charge of the stage area. The lighting there isn't very good, so please be extra vigilant. Don't worry about that. Besides, with so many martial artists here, no one would dare to commit a crime here. That's hard to say. In any case, we called more people, as a precaution. I won't say more. I have to get back to work. Seeing this, Zhu Jing felt something was definitely being hidden. Calling more people is fine, but calling 6 martial artists is a big issue. And not only that, they also hired a large number of bodyguards. Looking at their gear, they seem to be professionals. And these surveillance cameras far exceed the number in a typical hotel. When things are abnormal, there's always a reason. So you're the new core disciple of the Hidden Dragon Dojo. Hearing this, Zhu Jing turned back and asked suspiciously, "And you are?" "Tiger Soul Dojo Lai Jiaquan." "Don't worry, I'm not looking for trouble. However, as colleagues, it shouldn't be too much to understand each other's level in advance, right?" "Fine. How do you want to do this?" "Let's touch hands." I agreed without hesitation. The so-called touching hands is a way for martial artists to test each other's level. Fine. This guy probably sees how young I am and doesn't trust my strength. That's good. I can also find out what I'm worth. At this time, Pei Yaoguang also spotted me. He was stunned for a moment upon seeing the situation. The woman next to him asked, "Second young Master Pei, do you know that handsome guy? In your opinions, who will win?" "I'll cast my vote for that youth." "Oh, it's Master Pei. But Lai Jiaquan is very powerful. Last time the 3rd young Master Pei touched hands with him, he was squeezed so hard he started screaming. Don't bring up things that shouldn't be mentioned. There's no movement from the handsome guy's side. Is he about to lose? It's not that there's no movement. It's just that ordinary people can't see it. That boy's body looks thin, but it has actually been through 1,000 refinements. It's already as hard as steel. His kai is clean and pure, not something a person like Lai Jiaquan can match. Yao Guang, after the match is over, introduce this young hero to me. How long has it been? Brother Jing has become so strong. It can't be right. Lai Jiaquan said arrogantly, there's not a single bit of kai on this kid. He really is a rookie. Kid, you'd better pack up and go home early. This guy is quite strong. He must have trained hard for a long time. But compared to me, he's still a bit lacking. But I only exerted a little force, and Lai Jiaquan was already unable to hold his ground. Suddenly a cracking sound rang out. I only then realized something was wrong. That sound just now. I'm afraid his bone might have cracked. Are you okay? Lai Jiaquan pretended to be fine and said, of course I'm fine. But you're quite good, little brother. as expected of the Hidden Dragon Dojo's star pupil. I'm impressed. I've got a bit of an urgent need. To the restroom first. As soon as he got to the restroom, Lai Jiaquan started screaming in pain. This is killing me. Damn it. What kind of monster is that kid? The man had only won the hand-touching contest, but it drew admiring looks from the wealthy women below. Rich young ladies even came forward to ask for his contact information, wanting to spend a passionate night with him. Seeing this, the wealthy women also swarmed forward. Add me's okay. You won't lose anything. Add your big sister too. Big sister will tell you many things. To get rid of the harassment, I left her my contact info. Then I noticed a man in black was acting very suspicious. The manager didn't tell me someone would be delivering things. Suddenly the alarm sounded. The phone also buzzed and crackled. Zhu Jing thought the phone was leaking electricity. Looking back, he realized something was wrong. In such darkness, not one of the dozens of people present took out a phone for light. Clearly, it was just that some people couldn't open their phones. Add to that the fact that all the lights were out. It must be that all electronic-related equipment had failed. EMP electromagnetic pulse. It's a high-tech means that can instantly destroy electronic devices. But why would their opponent use such equipment? If it's just to kill someone, isn't it a bit of an overkill? Something has definitely happened. The wealthy young lady also crawled into Zhu Jing's arms in fear. The situation on site is a bit off. Everyone, don't move around. Gather back to backs. Suddenly a scream rang out. What happened? President Zhang is gone. When they saw a pool of blood on the ground, the scene instantly turned into chaos. Suddenly an attack slashed Master Pei. Quickly, the sound got closer and closer. Just as the shadow was about to approach him, Pei Yaoguang pushed him away. But the person behind was in trouble. They were instantly cut in half. Only then did everyone realize it was actually a giant monster. Seeing this, Master Pei hurriedly shouted to escape. But it was already too late. The monster launched another attack. In that critical moment, I sent it flying with a kick. The man's casual kick sent the 1,000-pound cockroach man crashing into the wall. Everyone saw this and wanted to come forward to thank him, but I stopped them. Don't come over. That thing isn't dead yet. Suddenly the cockroach man charged at me. Luckily I dodged with my agile movements. But its vitality was even stronger than before. It has evolved. Let's test it. If I can't win, I'll have to retreat. There's no need to lose my life for that little money. I sent the cockroach man flying with an elbow strike. You beast. You're not the only ones who can move freely in the dark. After landing that kick just now, the vision before me suddenly became clear. This shadow flame actually has a night vision effect. The status panel didn't explain it clearly, otherwise I would have used it sooner. Then I fought the monster on equal terms. Everyone was shocked to see it. Zhu Jing could actually fight that monster to a draw. On the surface, although he dodged just in time, if you look closely, you can see he never retreated a single step. He is protecting us. Let's go. Staying here will only distract Zhu Jing with worry for us. We can still call the police and find someone to help. When I noticed everyone was leaving, I could finally let loose. You seemed to be having fun just now. Now, I'll accompany you properly. At this moment, the cockroach man also took flight. His speed was getting faster and faster. Seeing this, I felt the pressure on me double. Suddenly, with just a single look from the cockroach man, I was pulled into a hallucination. What's going on? A revolving lantern. Could it be that I'm already dead? Dying at the hands of a mere cockroach man? That's impossible. I spent so much money learning martial arts. There's no way I can lose to something like this. Something must have gone wrong. Suddenly, a dragon crashed through the hallucination. I feel like I've seen this dragon somewhere before. Just as the cockroach man was about to kill me, my body erupted with powerful energy. I immediately unleashed the hidden dragon style's killing move. Cloud Sealing Tail. With just one strike, the cockroach man was blown to pieces. I looked at my own arms. I seem to have realized something incredible. The cockroach man actually hasn't died yet. That makes sense. Even though it mutated, this thing's essence is still a cockroach. Even without a heads, they can still live for 8 or 9 days. It seems a cockroach's true weakness is the ganglion located below the esophagus. This is it. Is the ganglion of a normal cockroach this big? Seeing this, the other survivors also poke their heads out. It's over. It's dead. That man killed the monster. Which dojo's disciple is he? I want to sponsor him $1 million. Everyone, take this chance to get out of here quickly. I don't think things are that simple. Young man, what do you mean by that? And you are? I am the host of this banquet, Yi Qinglin. Are you suggesting that this incident was not an accident? Yes. According to my observations, this shouldn't be a normal power outage, but rather an electromagnetic pulse phenomenon. There's a high probability it was man-made. That monster was likely released on purpose as well. The goal is most likely to kill everyone here. This must be an organized and premeditated assassination targeted at us. I will definitely have my father look into this. You installed so many cameras and hired so many martial artists, knowing something might happen, yet you insisted on hosting it here. Isn't the one with the problem actually you? None of the guests attending this banquet are ordinary people. Why would anyone want to kill them? And this Yi Qinglin is definitely hiding something. Although that monster is dead, the danger hasn't been cleared. We should still leave this place quickly. By the ways, brother, do you know what that monster was? I'm just a bodyguard. I can only do my best to ensure everyone's safety. I don't know about anything else. And so he begins to test me. It seems the water here is deeper than I thought. He suffered some external injuries in yesterday's battle, yet it led his 6th senior sister to personally apply medicine for him. Zhu Jing asked his master curiously, Grand Master, you are widely experienced. Do you know the origin of that monster? I'm not entirely sure about the specifics. I only know that thing is likely related to the Nexus. The Nexus. It's the naturally occurring rift mentioned in records after a god dies. What exactly is inside that rift? Don't think too much about it. Being able to survive is a blessing in itself. Furthermore, you've gained a blessing in disguise, realizing the Cloud Sealing Tail killing move of my hidden dragon style. For a martial artist, trials between life and death are indeed the best teachers. Master, it's more than that. I seem to have realized the essence of the hidden dragon style. Upon hearing this, Master stood up immediately and checked my pulse at once. Suddenly, Master fell to the ground in shock. Jing, you have raised a dragon. My face was full of confusion. Master laughed loudly. To hide a true dragon that flips the clouds and sky, one must raise a hatchling dragon within the body. Inside your junior brother's physical body, a dragon has been raised. Master, since this dragon appeared, I only feel that my energy flow has become much smoother. Are there any other uses? This dragon is not an imaginary concept, but a strand of dragon energy with its own spiritual nature. In this way, practicing martial arts is no longer just practicing, but feeding the dragon within your body. This is the true essence of my hidden dragon style. Jing, you have already obtained the key to breaking the limit. Master, what does breaking the limit mean? The human body has its limits. When the 5 major systems of skin, flesh, tendon, bone, and blood are all perfected, there is no further path to progress. At this time, one needs to break the limit, which is to sublimate the level of one's life. Reshaping the physical body is the most basic component. While the outward appearance is still human, the essence of its life is already beyond human. A person who has completed this life sublimation. Taoists call them earthly immortals, and Buddhists call them living Buddhas. As long as no accidents occur, they can live to at least 150 years old, and until deaths, they can maintain their physical peak state. It seems Master's leg was one of those so-called accidents. Jing, there is no need to worry. You have already achieved one of the key steps. The risk of failure has been greatly reduced. What remains is just a matter of steady, gradual effort. I understand. Thank you, Master. But Master, I heard from Senior Brother that you were once a powerhouse who leaped over the Dragon Gate. Then why do you still grow old? Because the dragon I raised was killed by someone. Hearing this, I and my senior sister were shocked. Master explained back then, I was still living in the North District. I prided myself on my superior martial prowess. My behavior was overly arrogant, and I didn't know the height of the heavens or the depth of the earth. Every day I engaged in duels and challenges alongside Meng Basheng. Because of that, I offended a lot of people. When those enemies couldn't beat me, they targeted Meng Basheng's wife and daughter. At that time, I was blinded by rage. My only thought was revenge. Countless people came to stop me, but I was afraid. I killed whoever came my way. For a time, I actually had the illusion of being invincible under heaven. But before long, retribution eventually came. My legs were broken by a powerful expert, who killed the true dragon within my heart. With my spirit destroyed, I became half a cripple. At that time, those who kicked me while I was down were too many to count. Only Meng Basheng was still willing to follow me. Later, to escape our enemies and protect King Jiao, we left the North District in disgrace. Only then did we come here and open the Hidden Dragon Dojo. Master, don't you want revenge? As for the thought of revenge, there certainly is some. But my enemies are all major figures from the North District, not the small fry and shrimp around here. Even one of them is hard to deal with, let alone many. In short, you needn't worry. These are all old matters. They have already passed. If one day you can legitimately enter the inner city, it won't be too late to mention this again. In the evenings, as Zhu Jing was going upstairs, he heard his phone ring. Opening it, he discovered that the payment from the hotel had arrived. That hotel's work efficiency is quite high. When I opened the door and called for Wanner, she didn't answer me. Gone again. Surely she's not in the shower this time. When I used my visualization, I found that Wanner was having a lot of fun in the room. Finally, she seemed to have gone out again. When I looked out the window, I saw Wanner surrounded by two men in black. The first thing a man does when he gets home is look for the sexy kit he's been longing for. But after searching for a long time, he found her surrounded by two men in black. And the kit was pointing at the men in black saying, "Haven't you guys already run away? Why did you come back for me?" Because His Eminence the Infinite Dragon has responded to us. Leader, your aptitude is excellent. You will definitely become a recipient. When that time comes, we can rebuild using the power of the main cult. Before he could finish his sentence, Zhu Jing covered his mouth. Can't you see she's unwilling? Jing, why are you here? I'd like to ask you the same thing. Judging from the conversation just now, they must be your cult followers, right? Leader, aren't you afraid of the Cant Company finding out about this boy's existence? Those words, I can't just ignore them. The man in black quickly waved his hands upon hearing this. What I meant was, if you's leader, continue to stay in this boy's home, and if you're discovered by the Cant Company, it will definitely implicate him. Zhu Jing turned to look at Wanner. Could Wanner really want to leave? However, that Cant Security Company is indeed extraordinary. After the gods died, the world briefly fell into chaos. The authorities were unable to govern, so they outsourced part of their law enforcement power to various security companies, allowing them to form and develop their own armed forces. Kant's security company is one of them. Unlike other companies, it grew rapidly and soon became a behemoth, taking deep roots. Nowadays, they are already out of control. Originally, Ning Fengwen, having turned into a cat, was hidden well enough here. But now that the dragon cult people have found her, the risk of her being exposed has increased significantly. Still, even if Kant's security company really comes looking, I'm not afraid. She won't be going back. Kid, you don't actually think you can protect the leader, do you? It hasn't happened yet. How will we know without trying? You have no idea how powerful Kant's security company is. Someone like you, they can just... Before he could finish, Wanner spoke up. Enough. If you guys hadn't come, nothing would be wrong. I never wanted to be some dragon cult leader anyway. It was all that old man taking matters into his own hands, arrogantly making me the successor. Now you want me to go get some blessing. If you want to receive it, go receive it yourselves. Don't come looking for me. And besides, even if something happens, Jing will protect me. Right? Zhu Jing nodded quickly upon hearing this. Yes, I will protect you. Meanwhile, on the other side, number 1 was actually killed by a 17-year-old high school student. Even Cheng Xuan at 17 would have struggled to win against number 1. In this city of King Cheng, there actually exists a genius even stronger than Cheng Xuan. That's different. When junior brother was 17, he had only just started martial arts. This person in the news was likely trained in secret by the Hidden Dragon Dojo for a long time, before making such a sudden splash. Forget it. It doesn't matter. Although it didn't achieve their expected effect, at least a few people died. It can be considered a wake-up call for their executive council. How is number 9 doing? It ate number 7 last night as well. It's only been 10 days since it was born. The growth rate is too fast. It seems number 9 is currently the most cost-effective perfect individual. It seems number 9 is the perfect individual with the best value at the moment. From now on, the feeding and production will all follow the standards of number 9. In addition, find a time for number 9 to make a public appearance. That high schooler on the news is from the Jingcheng University affiliate, right? That's the best high school in Jingcheng. If something were to happen to him, it should significantly boost their approval rating for that bill. One day, all problems will be solved. Even if the problem can't be solved, the person causing the problem definitely can. To hell with the parent company or whatever. I'll blow them all away with one punch. This is one of the 5 ultimate moves of the Hidden Dragon-style Astral Spark. It's a guard-breaking technique that strikes activated internal force into the enemy's body. Phew, it can destroy any wall, no matter how impenetrable. I need to practice this well. Just then, my senior brother shouted, "Junior brother, you're rich. Yesterday at the Ruiju Hotel, didn't you kill a monster and save a bunch of rich heirs? Today, our Hidden Dragon Dojo received a lot of donations. They were all donated by those wealthy heirs." Master said, "This money is your reward. It's all been credited to your account. It's 22 million in total. That much. These rich and powerful people sure know how to show gratitude." Master said, "Now that you have so much money, you can't practice martial arts so stingily like before. This is the plan he made for you. Physical contract. Wait, this isn't much. I have 20 million in my hand. The essence water is just." Seeing this, my senior brother said, "Why don't you flip a few more pages? Take 1 Kai condensing heart-nourishing pill per week. 800,000. 2 injectable steam sauna medicinal baths. 1,230,000. A tendon opening massage every 2 weeks. 1,800,000. Go to the high-pressure stone chamber to cultivate once a month. 2 million. Zhu Jing started trembling at the sight of this. It really is literature for the poor, martial arts for the rich. My senior brother mocked, "Get ready to say goodbye to your 20 million. Also, junior brother, look at this. Someone leaked the story of you killing the monster yesterday to the news media. Junior brother, the monster, King University. Now you've become Jing Cheng's hero. Just then, the phone rang. Looking at the unknown callers, I was full of doubt. But I answered the call anyway. When I heard the voice on the other end, I froze. The man just answered a call from a stranger, but he was scared out of his wits, trembling with fear. You've really grown capable, haven't you? Skipping class to do part-time jobs. Think you're a big hero so you don't have to come to class, right? How could I? There were some issues at home recently. The school sports meet starts in a few days. I've already signed you up. You're definitely running the 100 meters. 200s, 400, 800, and 2,000 meters too. It turns out she wants me to bring glory to the class. At this moment, my 6th senior sister came looking for me. Teacher, I have something to attend to here, so I'll hang up now. Then you must make sure to come. 6th senior sister, looking for me for something. There's a commission specifically for you. The reward is very high. Zhu Jing immediately became interested upon hearing this. What kind of commission? Sparring partner. The client is also a martial artist. He said he was curious about you after seeing the news. He wants to trade a few blows with you. The reward is 500,000. Zhu Jing was shocked to hear this. 500,000 just to be a sparring partner. In the blink of an eye, we arrived at the North District of the Inner Circle. The North District is where most high-ranking government officials live. It's always been known as Northern Nobility. It's said that the income any random person here makes in minutes could equal the annual income of a family in the outer circle. That's just too exaggerated. Paying 500,000 just for sparring, that's simply too much. But then again, the rich have different spending habits than ordinary people. Maybe to the client, this amount of money is nothing. What a huge house. It's as big as half a school. What are these two brothers doing here? The commission you placed with our dojo. You've misunderstood. Someone wanted to use me to arrange a meeting with you. Is that so? Open. Don't get the wrong ideas. This has nothing to do with me. My dad specifically told me to do this. I wouldn't dare refuse. So, it's your dad who wants to spar with me. No. It's someone else who asked for my dad's help. I can't really explain it clearly. Let me explain. We can talk while we walk. That person comes from an official organization. But as for exactly which organization, I don't know. My dad repeatedly instructed us to satisfy his requests as much as possible. During dinner last night, he said he wanted me to arrange a meeting with you. You really have no clue at all. None. Could it be someone from the Kant's security company? Zhu Jing, although you are very strong, I still have to say, don't let your guard down. That man might be stronger than anyone you've ever met. You're here. Zhu Jing, it's a pleasure to meet you. You can call me Shanshao. This man is not ordinary. The scar between his thumb and index finger, and the bullet hole on his shoulder, aren't things an average person would have. He looks more like someone who's been in the military and is used to killing. Well then, without further ado, let's become friends immediately. And the best way to make friends is to have a fight. If he really is from that security company, I'll take him out. At the moment of the punch, a massive surge of energy was generated around them. Shanshao shouted arrogantly, "This kid's hand is probably going to be ruined." But I just smiled and said, "It's my turn to strike." One move, Cloud Ceiling Tail, delivered an elbow strike to him. It even smashed him deep into the ground. The two brothers were completely shocked by the sight. If I had taken Shanshao's punch, my entire hand would have been destroyed. This Zhu Jing is not only unharmed, but he defeated him with a counter-strike. How much more power is Brother Jing hiding? At this level, He's probably just an ordinary rich heir. Shanxiao crawled out of the dirt and said, "That punch felt so good." He looked back at Zhu Jing. "What are you still standing there for? What are you still standing there for? What are you still standing there for? Keep hitting me. What are you doing?" Zhu Jing was speechless upon hearing this. "That's strange." The cloud ceiling tail that can blow up a cockroach monster had no effect on him at all. This feeling is somewhat similar to that Zhu Yingkun. "Are you a xenograft? I didn't expect an outskirter like you to have some knowledge of this. My skin is fitted with a layer of B1 protective membrane. It's an entry-level military xenograft. Its shock-absorbing capability is extremely strong, especially against the internal force of you martial artists. It has a very good protective effect. How about it? Intrigued? Do you want to get one installed too?" "No thanks. Not interested." Everyone gives me the same answer. That's why I say, you martial artists, why are you so unwilling to face reality? Wake up. The times have changed. He then struck out a powerful palm, vibrating so hard that Zhu Jing could only cover his ears. "My hands have been modified. They can emit special sound waves that cause dizziness through clapping. So dodging is useless. The closer you are to me, the more powerful the sound wave becomes. The winner of this match is me." But I blocked his attack with just one hand. Shanxiao was stunned when he saw this. The man just lightly raised his hand and pushed him. And it sent the powerhouse, who had killed countless people, flying. Zhu Jing mocked, "To knock someone out, a single light strike is enough." A voice came from the unconscious Shanxiao. "Shanxiao's consciousness has been cut off. It seems he is no match for you." An internal communicator. "Who are you people? What do you want with me? Wait a moment. I'll be there soon. Better make it fast. I'm busy. I won't keep you waiting long." Could it be a test for a newcomer from a secret organization or something? What exactly do they want with you? You have a very wild imagination. Shanxiao chuckled. "I think it really looks like that. That really hurts. By the way, that move just now, how did you break it? The essence of your move is using sound waves to impact my brain. I just needed to use a stronger force to counteract it." Shanxiao asked in confusion. "A stronger force? It seems this kid hasn't even used his full strength yet." "You too. Go wander somewhere else." The Pei brothers were right. I am indeed a member of an official organization. Furthermore, I would like to invite you to join us. I was interested in joining some so-called secret official organization to begin with, especially after meeting you. If it's a legitimate organization, why can't you just invite me properly? Why go through all these games? I'm very dissatisfied with your organization's style. I have absolutely no desire to join. Though I wouldn't join even with a proper invitation anyway. I'm very satisfied with my current life. Practicing martial arts in peace and slowly developing. Occasionally doing containment missions to level up my divine skills. It's so comfortable." Hearing this, Shanxiao quickly said, "Don't be so quick to refuse. I admit my way of doing things is a bit wild, but joining us has only benefits and no downsides. Look at this B1 protective membrane. You can't buy it no matter how much money you have. After you join, you can get one for free. But you still got injured, didn't you? Brother, I admit you're a genius, but you'll soon find out that the human body has its limits. The feeling of being unable to move forward will drive you completely insane." "You're right. However, I refuse. Beating you cyborgs with a pure, original human body. I think that's more interesting. Why won't you listen to advice, kid?" "Shut up. Your recruitment skills are truly pathetic." Just then, the captain also arrived. That's Void Blade on his head. "We meet again. Zhu Jing, perhaps you still remember me. Captain of Crow Squad 838. This gorilla next to you is a member of my team. Didn't you introduce me to Wu Yaoking before? Why are you trying to win me over again now? This time it's their intention of the higher-ups. Besides recruiting you, I have a second mission here. This is the monster you killed a few days ago. Do you know its origin? A creature from the borderlands. Not entirely. It does indeed have the characteristics of a borderland creature. For example, this core. The core is the source of power for borderland creatures. But it doesn't necessarily exist in the heart. It could also be in the limbs, nails, or even the skin. As long as the core isn't removed, they can be resurrected infinitely. It's a good thing I accidentally removed it back then. Since it has a core organ, why did you say it's not entirely one? This thing is called the Tiansu insect mother. It's a creature from the rotting flesh lake in Borderland F056. Its danger level rating is as high as level 6. Wait, what exactly is a danger level? What does 2 even mean? Do the dojos here in the outer ring not even teach you this? Gorilla, send me the combat data from your fight just now. Voidblade checked and found Zhu Jing's danger level assessment had reached 2, between 2.9 and 3, up to the level of 3.1. A normal adult male has a danger level of approximately 1 to 1, between 1 and 1.1. Your danger level is 2, which is equivalent to 280 normal males, while the Celestial Broodmother is equivalent to 65, 0 of you. But that's only in extreme cases. An unawakened Celestial Broodmother has a danger level of only 1, and its main function is reproduction. The Celestial Broodmother can absorb biological matter based on what it eats, taking genetic information to give birth to corresponding insect species. It can even eat different organisms, mixing their genes together. 1 month ago, a smuggling gang captured a Celestial Broodmother from the putrid flesh lake. They brought it out. After we received word, we followed them, chasing them all the way to the South District of King City. After that, we lost their trail. And now through you, we've finally found a clue. You mean the cockroach monster I killed is something the Celestial Broodmother gave birth to? Is this thing a hybrid of a cockroach and a human? The young man had only just killed one, yet it earned him the special admiration of the cold, beautiful woman. She even invited him to spend the night together. But the man refused such a great opportunity. Voidblade sighed and said, "No money. I can probably understand your thinking. How about this? With my authority as captain of Squad 838, I'll grant you the status of an external member of the White Crow Task Force. When the need arises, I will ask you to do things in the form of a commission. Of course, you will receive the corresponding rewards. These terms are a bit too loose, aren't they? Inside your agency, are there any divine relics?" The 2 of them were shocked to hear this. Of course there are. One of the research departments in the agency is the Divine Relic Research Institute. It houses many divine relics. If you accumulate enough merits, owning one wouldn't be difficult. Zhu Jing's eyes lit up as he heard this and said, "Deal. To be honest with you, I've been a fan of White Crow for 10 years. My dream is to become an external member of White Crow." Happy cooperating. Subsequently, Zhu Jing left the area. "Captain, was that necessary? He's just a martial arts genius. Although rare, they aren't exactly unheard of. This man isn't that simple. Yesterday I had another contact with that eldest miss of the Wu family. The level of importance she places on Zhu Jing is beyond imagination." Mandrill was shocked to hear this. "Wu Yaojing, that natural-born gifted one. Do you remember? She has been looking for a way to remove her status as a gifted one. She once said, 'Only a god can oppose a god.' Aside from divine relics, Zhu Jing is the only thing she cares about. Therefore, he must have something special about him that we haven't found yet. Even if we're not sure exactly what makes him special, we need to grab hold of him first. King City is really Even the most prosperous district can't compare to a single hair of the North District. Just then, the phone rang. So, Wu Yaojing is calling me to the library. Driver, to the King City Library, please. In the blink of an eye, I arrived at the library. I picked up the water cup and started drinking. Boss, can't we drink something better? How much does this woman love her sweet water kettle? Don't like it. This is tea brewed with water produced by your favorite divine relic. I choose cola. Thanks. The White Crow people should have contacted you by now, right? They invited me to join White Crow. But I didn't agree. You were right. Why do you say that? Crows as creatures are usually considered ominous beings. They are birds of calamity that bring death. But the White Crow is regarded as a symbol of rebirth. A merciful bird that brings good fortune. Beautiful wishes were placed into this name. The reason for this name is that the mortality rate in White Crow's work is extremely high. In the 60-plus years since White Crow was formed, the number of people who lived safely to retirement is only 3. Zhu Jing was stunned upon hearing this. That certainly is dangerous enough. Looks like I'll have to carefully consider White Crow's work in the future. The revival effect of the twins only works once in a short period. By the way, boss, what exactly is the origin of that agency? The full name of the agency is the Special Agency for Abnormal Disaster Emergency Management. After the new era began, to deal with various abnormal disasters, Zhu Zia established this special organization. It possesses an independent system, separate from the 5 major agencies. Therefore, it is also referred to as the 6th agency. Put it this way, if you join White Crow, even if you go on a killing spree in King City, or even insanely detonate a nuclear bomb, no one would be able to arrest you. The power of the 6th agency is vast to that extent. Doesn't the government worry about it spinning out of control? No need to worry. There are 13 high-ranking members in the agency. Almost all of them live in the Azure Court. If you put it that way, the 6th agency is equivalent to the state itself. This background is simply too massive. That's enough. Having you come over today was mainly to remind you about the issues with White Crow. You can go now. Zhu Jing asked doubtfully. No mission for me. Don't you want to let me see a divine relic? If you're really that idle, you can clean the library. Zhu Jing stood up hurriedly upon hearing this. Sorry, I still have things to do, so I'll head out first. Just then, the teacher's call came through. Damn, I forgot about this whole thing. Teacher don't worry. The young man had just taken first place in the competition, drawing cheers from all the underclassmen girls present. Some even shouted they wanted to have his babies. This scene made the observing cleaner exceptionally envious. Such fresh young bodies. If they could all be captured and offered to the broodmother, it would be a great achievement. So he is Zhu Jing. Such an ordinary boy was actually able to defeat the experimental subject. Unbelievable. But it doesn't matter. Soon, you will all be even more excited. When the competition ended and Zhu Jing caught his breath, he noticed a strong scent of blood coming from the teaching building. When he looked closely, he realized it was that monster. How could that thing appear here? Having that thing in a school is beyond a wolf among sheep. Seeing this, I immediately shouted, Li Ji, call the police now. Tell them directly that a cockroach monster has appeared at the school. Then run as far away as possible. Don't look back. The teaching building was filled with severed limbs and broken bodies. The cockroach monster had even set its sights on a tender young student. The girl curled up in the corner, trembling with fear. Just as the cockroach monster was about to devour her, I dashed in front of the girl in a flash. With a single palm strike, I sent the cockroach monster flying. The cockroach monster flew several meters away. Only then did the girl have time to escape. In order to sufficiently suppress the cockroach monster, I charged rapidly toward it, concentrating my power into a single point to deliver maximum damage. A punch like wind and thunder smashed the monster through several walls. Just then, a cleaner holding his abdomen pleaded for help, "Save me. It's completely out of control. I am doing kiping from the Jinfeng dojo. Please go find my master, tell him." Before he could finish his sentence, the cockroach monster pounced on him. In less than 3 seconds, it tore his body to pieces. Standing to the side, I said nervously, "So fast. If not for the twins, that would have likely been my end. My killing move just now failed to finish it off." Just then, the cockroach monster turned to look at me. To my shock, its wounds were actually healing. That's way too fast. Suddenly, it lunged at me. Even though I was prepared and dodged, I was still grazed by its antenna the moment I moved. This cockroach man isn't right. Compared to the one I met at the Ruiju Hotel, this one seems bigger and tougher. Not only have the barbs on its limbs grown larger, even the antennae on its head have become weapons. Has this one's genes been optimized? It looks like this is going to turn into a war of attrition. I quickly threw a fire extinguisher at it. When it sliced the extinguisher in half, a massive cloud of smoke was produced. Seeing the opportunity, I yanked a steel rebar from the wall. With a precise thrust, I pierced the cockroach monster's head. But the cockroach monster acted as if nothing had happened. It rapidly flapped its wings, disappearing from the spot in an instant. This put me on the defensive. It seems it wants to confuse me with high-speed movement, and then find an opening to launch a sneak attack. I didn't expect this thing to be capable of thinking. Since I can't see which angle it will attack from, I simply won't look. I'll use visualization to find its movement trajectory. Just as the cockroach monster was about to strike, I found it just in time. Then, I threw a powered strike at it. This cockroach monster is really tough. With such a big commotion at the school, it's impossible for the White Crow squad not to come. I need to stall for time. The monster that the man couldn't kill despite his best efforts was met by a cold, beautiful woman descending from the sky. She effortlessly sliced the monster to pieces with one move. Zhu Jing, sitting nearby, praised her professional. Her blade precisely struck the weak points of the joints. A single light cut was enough to make the cockroach monster shatter. A master butcher couldn't have done it better. This Void Blade truly has some skill. Looking at the writhing monster, Void Blade shouted, crying feather, "Help it stop the bleeding. Don't let it die. Depending on this thing, we might find the celestial broodmother." Xiao Jing, write the mission reports, and apply for a tracker from above while you're at it. Mandrill looked at Zhu Jing and teased, "Yo, genius. You're looking a bit pathetic, aren't you?" Zhu Jing sighed upon hearing this and said, "Good thing you guys arrived quickly." Of course. After the captain got the call, we immediately flew here from the South District by helicopter. The captain's emphasis on you is quite unusual. By the way, did you have any luck over in the South District? So far, we've only searched less than a third of the area. No results for now. Eyes, however, have a new clue. Void Blade immediately inquired upon hearing this. Let's hear it. You suspect the cockroach man was brought into the school by that man named Duan Kaiping. He's the leader of a small gang. His presence at the school was already very strange, and he was even disguised as a janitor. It's hard not to think in terms of a conspiracy. The information you provided is very valuable. I'll have Xiao Jing report this to the superiors right away. Suddenly, Void Blade shouted in alarm, "Xiao Jing, get away from there." The monster that was sliced to pieces was actually writhing and fusing back together. The next second, the monster was restored to its original state. Void Blade and the others were shocked at the sight. High-speed regeneration. No, it's molting. Captain, it's trying to run. Just then, I pulled out Captain Void Blade's leg knife and said, "Let me do it." I merely used the power of the twins to hurl the flying knife. To my surprise, I hit the monster with 100% accuracy from such a distance. Mandrill was stunned and at a loss. He turned and asked with a laugh, "Brother, you didn't just throw a depleted uranium armor-piercing shell by hand, did you?" Hearing that, I could only explain awkwardly. "It's all thanks to Captain Zhu Ren's excellent blade. That blade costs over 10 million. Zhu Ren turned her head to look at my arm. She found that my arm was severely bruised purple. It seems using that move was not without its price. "Let's go. Get on the planes. I'll send you back to the Hidden Dragon Dojo first. We'll talk about other matters later." Zhu Jing sighed. "I can't resolve these injuries just by circulating my power. I'll still need my senior brothers and sisters to help. I'll probably end up getting a lectures though." Sigh. This kind of indifferent attitude towards death. I wouldn't be able to learn it even if I lived another lifetime. But luckily, this battle has significantly increased my system experience. This experience is both painful and satisfying. The man's hands trembled in surprise the moment he returned home. The little kit before him had actually turned into a sexy cat girl. Wanner looked at me teasingly. "I'll be kind today and keep you company, since I'm about to leave soon." Hearing this, Zhu Jing sat down and asked, "Why are you leaving? Is your stay here uncomfortable? You know full well that just by being by your side, I will bring you danger. Can't security, the dragon cults, and perhaps many other things I don't know about." Wanner tightly held Zhu Jing's hand. "While staying by your side, I have been very happy every single day. It was as if I really became a cat. Carefree. Every day I only cared about eating, drinking, playing, and sleeping, without worrying about any mess. But I am the leader of the dragon cult. It is time to leave." Hearing this, Zhu Jing hugged her tightly. "If I were to give up on you just because you bring danger, wouldn't I just be a useless person? Stay here. No matter the danger, I will face it together with you." The girl looked at him in disbelief. "Can I really stay?" "Of course you can." Upon hearing this, Wanner immediately lunged into his arms. At that moment, the system also popped up a notification for a surge in experience. This is way too much of an increase. Usually, when those girls look at me, it only increases by a few dozen at most. Suddenly, Zhu Jing was startled. He seemed to have thought of something. "Teacher Wan, I have something I want to discuss with you." The girl looked at him with a face full of confusion. "When my emotions get intense, it deepens the fusion progress with the cattail ring, until she becomes their embodiment of Bastet." Zhu Jing coughed and explained, "However, not just any kind of emotion will do. It has to be the kind we had in the bathtub last time, the kind generated during your first fusion." Hearing this, Wanner recalled the events of that night. She instantly became shy. Clutching her clothes, she said, What are you trying to do?" I also helplessly expressed that it wasn't about what I wanted to do. "It's about whether you want to." "Wait, no. I'm asking if you want to try actively receiving this power." Wanner asked in confusion, "What do you mean?" "Until now, those who transformed into Bastet haven't shown any abnormalities. They simply gained power. We have to oppose a big company like Can't Security. Naturally, we must ensure we have as many cards in hand as possible." He really is planning this seriously. "So, is the source of information regarding the cattail ring reliable?" "I don't think that person has any reason to lie to me." As soon as Zhu Jing finished speaking, Wanner pinned him down onto the sofa. "Then let's try it right now. Don't misunderstand. I just feel that a bit more power means a better chance. It's not for any other reason. But how do we do it? How about recreating the scene from that day?" When she recalled the scene of that night, the feeling suddenly came to her. A 3-hour session. Wanner panted, asking if it was over yet. "I seem to have become a bit stronger. I feel that with my current constitution, ordinary people might not even be able to leave a mark with a knife. You just grabbed me casually, and the flesh on my arm was torn open. Ouch. Did you simply strengthen your physical durability? Feel more carefully. Are there any other powers? Wanner held up her finger and said, there's also this. In our terms, this move is called Serpent Slaying Vanguard. Busted. The Wildcat Goddess of War. One of her titles is the Serpent Slayer. She killed the Serpent of Chaos Apep. Therefore, she gained the ability to counter things related to snakes. Things related to snakes. In that case, don't dragons and snakes look pretty much the same? So your hidden dragon style is also within my range of countering. Another deep fusion with Wanner. But it made Wanner stronger. Even my hidden dragon style is countered by her. Zhu Jing was full of confusion. I practice a technique related to dragons, and ended up giving myself a debuff. However, I only practice a technique called hidden dragon style. It's not a real dragon. Would it really be countered? Wanner tossed her head and said, a god's ability is just that unreasonable. Even if it just has dragon in the name, it's still within my range of countering. This is way too ridiculous. Then can't you just mess with the dragon cult however you want? Hearing this, Wanner said in alarm, oh right. I don't have to listen to them anymore. If they come looking for me again, I'll definitely give them what for. Then she laughed excitedly. Zhu Jing caressed Wanner's face and said, think about future matters later. Just by promoting the cattail rings fusion once, I actually obtained so much divinity. It's equivalent to a whole god artifact. But in the end, what exactly is divinity? If divinity is the source of a god artifact's power, a god artifact from which I drain divinity should lose its power. But in reality, the god artifacts from which I absorb divinity showed no change at all. Forget it. I won't think about it. I'll upgrade my skill levels first. After upgrading, I found that each level reduces cooldown by 10 days. Maybe when I reach level 10, I really can achieve infinite resurrection. 3 days later, I continued to improve at the Hidden Dragon Dojo. My physical defense and strength have been unprecedentedly strengthened. If martial arts were mathematics, combinations of moves and power generation would be different math formulas. And the twin effect directly doubles the final power. Wind and Thunder Roll is already a punch that can explode with double power. Combined with enhanced physical defense, adding the twin effect is somewhat invincible. At this moment, my senior sister shouted jealously, little junior brother, someone is looking for you. When I looked at the door, I realized it was Zhu Ren. Why did she come directly here? Senior sister linked arms with Zhu Jing and wanted to ask clearly. Sorry, sixth senior sister. I can't say. Zhu Ren looked at her watch and said, I have something to tell you. Are you two done chatting? My time is very precious. Sixth senior sister said with full jealousy, if you have something to say, just say it. Being so mysterious. Zhu Ren pointed at her mouth and said, sorry, little sister. Only Zhu Jing is allowed to hear this. This made sixth senior sister quite angry. She was trembling with rage. Let's go. Find a place where no one is around. What is so urgent that you had to come here to say it? Don't be nervous. Actually, I just came to pass on a message for someone. Is it Wu Yaoking? Good guess. This person is from one of the 6 major Zaibatsus of the Far East, the third heir of the Otogi clan, Otogi Suzuka. The blade he holds is a god artifact, God 519T2. Its ability is very simple. It's called indestructible. Indestructible. That concept is a bit idealistic. I know what you're thinking. Among existing god artifacts, there is no such thing as an unbreakable shield that can counter it. And someone once used a special method to make God 519 directly endure temperatures over 10 million degrees. The result was that the blade remained completely unscathed. Zhu Jing asked, so is this a new containment mission? God 519R. It doesn't need containment. Then what does she need me to do? Wu Yaoking said, it's not what she needs you to do. but rather whether you yourself are willing to do it. Wu Yaoqing wants me to obtain it. Otogi Suzuka has come to Juxia to participate in the U19 unrestricted fighting tournament. Normally, attacking him would cause a very serious diplomatic incident. But it's different now. God 519 has the characteristic of choosing its own master. When the possessor of God 519 loses to another person, ownership will transfer to the victor. Don't you like God artifacts? Then go and take it with your own hands. Defeat him in the fighting tournament, and God 519 will be yours. Zhu Jing was just going to a fighting match, but it made his senior sisters exceptionally concerned. They even vowed to protect their little junior brother. Even Wanner wanted to follow Zhu Jing to the tournament. The senior sister even wanted to leave Wanner at the hotel. This made Wanner quite angry. If you dare leave me at the hotel, I will run away from home. Zhu Jing was helpless seeing this. Everyone can go, okay. Sixth senior sister analyzed, listen up. With your current level, you absolutely cannot beat Otogi Suzuka. May I ask, sixth senior sister, what level am I currently at? Probably around level 3. Is this level specific to the Maple City area? How is that possible? I invented it myself. But my judgment is based on evidence. Entering the sect. Otogi Suzuka at 19 obtained title. It took him only 5 short years to become the top disciple. 3 years later, he won a title in the martial arts world. His strength is comparable to our first senior brother, yeah. And do you think you can beat first senior brother now? Even though I haven't been in the sect long, there is still a significant gap between me and first senior brother. If we were to fight now, I would probably suffer a crushing defeat. At least you have some self-awareness. But the point I want to make isn't actually this. The U19 unrestricted fighting tournament is the only one in the world that allows weapons. Weapon strength will affect the win or loss to a large extent. And a contestant's strength is closely related to their proficiency with their weapon. Junior brother, if you had to choose a handy weapon from these, which one would you choose? I wouldn't choose anything. I only trust my fists. If I said an armed Otogi Suzuka is as strong as 9 first senior brothers, would you still stick to your idea? Zhu Jing was stunned upon hearing this. How many? Sword-wielding 9-fold rank. Although I've never fought first senior brother, he has long since mastered all the killing moves of the hidden dragon style. Even if I practice golden scales to the limit, I'm afraid it would be hard to block a full power strike from him. If 9 of him attacked at the same time, there would only be one outcome. Certain defeat. 6th senior sister took out a bundle and said, "Little junior brother, look at what this is." The moment Zhu Jing held it, he knew it was a fine blade. 6th senior sister was dazed. How did you know it was a blade? It told me so itself. I don't know how to describe this feeling. It's as if it's calling out to me, saying it wants to be used by me. Great. You've been in the sect so long and I haven't given you anything. This blade is my gift for you to take to the U19. Senior sister, may I ask approximately how much this blade is worth? The main material of this blade is dragon bone steel. Star iron stone was also cast into it, along with moonlight threads and blood amber. Plus, the forger was the great master He Jiuxi. It's only about 20 million or so. Hearing this, Zhu Jing felt like his world had collapsed. Only a casual gesture from her is my entire net worth. The world of the rich. I truly don't understand it. Many thanks, senior sister Zhu. Then I shall accept it. Even though I have a weapon now, it feels a bit awkward to swing. Move. Why can't it be like in a game, where you can use it immediately upon picking it up? Just then, the master came over. Master, may I ask if there are any weapon techniques in our Kenglong-style martial arts? The master poured a cup of tea and said, first-rate martial arts moves are basically interconnected. A move that can be performed with fists and feet can certainly be performed with a blade as well. Just using tea, He dripped a hole into the ground. The competition is imminent. You really need to learn a powerful trump card. Suddenly, Zhu Jing found himself on a battlefield of 800 battles. The next second, his hand was torn to pieces. I have experienced 800 battles of life and death. The master smiled and said, "How does it feel? Could this be killing intent?" The man had only just awakened his killing intent, and the master already arranged for him to spar with his senior sister. No matter how Zhu Jing slashed, he simply couldn't touch his senior sister. Instead, he was easily defeated by her in one move. Zhu Jing gripped his weapon tightly and said, "Come." This kid actually has considerable talent in using weapons too. If it continues like this, a week at most, ranked, maybe in 4 days, he'll find the knack. At that moment someone shouted, "Lord Dragon King." Someone claiming to be from the Jinfeng dojo has broken in. It seems they are here looking for trouble. The next second, he was pinned against the door. "Zhu Jing, come and fight to the death." Zhu Jing saw this and asked in confusion, "Who are you?" "I am Lai Chengshuan, the legacy disciple of Jinfeng dojo. If I defeat you, you must answer one question for me." Lai Chengshuan. I remember that name was on the entry list Wu Yaoqing gave me. He's actually from the dojo related to that cockroach man. "Zhu Jing, just go and exchange a few moves with him. Don't worry, this is your master's territory." Hearing this, Zhu Jing sighed and said then, "Please instruct me." So this is the boy who took down No. 1 and No. 9. He is very strong. You must be careful, senior brother. Don't worry, junior sister. I've seen plenty of these strong on the outside, weak on the inside brats. Kid, I'm a year older than you. If you don't mind, you can call me Brother Lai. Rest assured, as your elder brother, I'll go easy on you. This is your territory after all. It wouldn't be good to make you lose too much face. Zhu Jing lowered his blade upon hearing this and said, "You talk too much." The next second, he vanished from before his eyes. Just as I was about to strike him from behind, he managed to react in time. The simultaneous punches from both created a powerful aura. Both were blown back at the same time. You're not simple, kid. The Jinfeng Beihong sword really lives up to its reputation. Strangely enough, this is my first time in actual combat against a martial artist. My previous opponents were either cyborgs or cockroach monsters. Now, I've finally met a decent opponent. Lai Chengshuan's charge strike was easily blocked by me. He was shocked to see my arm completely unharmed. Golden scale skin. You, how is it possible to train such a thing? I sent Lai Chengshuan flying with a single punch. Following that, I unleashed a series of combination punches on him. Junior brother's progress is simply too immense. Could practicing the Jinfeng Beihong sword enhance the practitioner's physical strength? If it were anyone else, taking 2 or 3 punches would already be the limit. Lai Chengshuan has taken dozens of hits now. He seems like a piece of human steel unmoved. At that moment, I discovered his weakness. Just as I was about to deliver a focused blow, I was stopped by a shout of "Hold it." This young brother, arrogantly coming to the dojo to challenge us. He never expected to be beat by Zhu Jing in every way. Just as I was about to deliver a focused blow, I was stopped by a shout of "Hold it." This young brother, it's just a match. There's no need to use lethal force, is there? Is something wrong with you people from the Jinfeng dojo? One of you barges in uninvited, wanting a fight to the death with me. Then another says it's just a match, and tells me not to use lethal force. How about you go back and discuss it before coming back? The master burst into laughter upon hearing this. As expected of my disciple. However, Jiao Hongyuan, my disciple is right. You're the ones making trouble, and you're the ones calling for peace. This is a bit unreasonable, isn't it? The old man looked at Lai Chengshuan, sighed and said, I heard your disciple is also entering the U19 Unrestricted Fighting Championship. How about I exchange a few moves with him? What do you mean? Your dojo members were rude first, and now you still want to fight my junior brother. Xiao Jing, what do you think? Sparring with this elder might help me grasp the essence of the Jinfeng Beihong sword. But what if he has ulterior motives? Don't worry. This is your master's territory. That's true. Master and the others are all here. I have no reason to worry at all. I picked up my blade and said, "Then please instruct me, senior." After saying that, he slashed at the old man. After the old man dodged several times, his nose was eventually grazed by me. This kid actually has quite the talent for using weapons. I must find a way to get my hands on him, to feed the broodmother. It really takes a professional. Unlocked a new skill after just one move. Senior again. Knows no more. I still need to take this worthless disciple back to treat his injuries. Then Lai Chengshuan, I'll see you in the ring. Don't underestimate your opponent again then. Junior brother, you are too kind, even giving him a way out. I'm telling the truth. At that time, Lai Chengshuan's Kai hadn't fully risen yet. He seemed to have blocked my move, but in reality, he was severely injured, leaving him almost only able to defend afterwards. His true strength is more than that. King Xiao, bring me any sword. Xiao Jing, this child, is getting more and more perceptive. Might as well give him another push. Seeing this, Zhu Jing nervously gripped the blade in his hand. The moment Master touched the sword, it made Zhu Jing's pressure double. It's the Shura blade intent again. If I want to comprehend the Shura blade intent, I must have the resolve to face cert death. And so, the two remained in a deadlock for 3 minutes. The junior sister asked in confusion, "What are Master and junior brother doing?" They are fighting within the mental world. To counter killing intent, one must release an even stronger, purer killing intent. With the determination to kill the opponent, the blade struck will naturally move forward without hesitation. Infinitely powerful. Junior brother has already learned it. Shura blade intent. I'm really looking forward to it. A genius of his caliber. Just how far can he go? Why did you have to go causing trouble before the competition? Even I have to show that Lord Dragon King some respect. How dare you go and challenge his dojo? Master, regarding senior brother Kaiping's matter, I already know. Senior brother Kaiping was very good to me. He died mysteriously. I can't just pretend nothing happened. Why did he die at Zhu Jing's school? What exactly happened between them? I just wanted to find him and get an answer. Good child, if you win the U19 Unrestricted Fighting Championship. The man is just comparing the artistic realm of the Shura blade. Another has awakened Shura right before the competition. Shura, the master of slaughter, has the power to massacre all things, but lacks the freedom to not kill. Just now, Jiang Siwei came to sign Zhu Jing. Taking off from today, responsible for all your affairs and arrangements in the U19 Fighting Championship. I'll take you to handle the paperwork now. Excuse me, what are these on the wall? These posted here are all champions of past U19 championships. Seeing the photo on the wall, I instantly became serious. He is Otogi Suzuka. Sister Y, how much do you know about this person? His name is Otogi Suzuka, the previous champion. Therefore, he will directly enter the finals this year. There are also his posters over here. Otogi Suzuka is the third heir to the Otogi Zaibatsu, and also the orthodox successor of the Sabaya Ryu. This is the Far East god of war, Sakanao no Temu Romero, and the Otogi clan are his descendants. Naming it after his sword Sabaya Maru, he founded the martial arts school Sabaya Ryu. Sabaya Ryu is famous for its extreme speed. The highest level can deliver 1,000 strikes. 1,000 strikes in 1 second. Does that kind of speed truly exist? When I discovered through visualization that his blade swings are indeed very fast. However, with my dynamic vision and twin speed, perhaps I can keep up with his rhythm. Jiang Sui looked at Zhu Jing and smiled inwardly, unable to help but sigh. Could this child already be imagining how to defeat Otogi Suzuka? Sigh, setting goals on a genius at such a young age. It's both pitiful and hot-blooded. Little brothers, thank you. Although Otogi Suzuka is a genius, thank you. As long as you train hard, thank you. The future might not prevent you from being the next, thank you. Thank you, keep it up. Since you entered the club through special channels, after signing the contract, you are an official contestant. The official monthly salary is 180. 0 Juxia credits. At the same time, you enjoy employee benefits. The prize money won in competitions also belongs entirely to the contestant. The U19 Corporation will handle the taxes. Getting paid while competing. The organizers are quite generous. By the way, the U19 rules are slightly different from other fighting competitions. It's necessary for you to understand them in advance. If you encounter an opponent in the next match whose strength is too great to easily overcome, at that point, you can choose to forfeit the match. But forfeiting doesn't mean elimination. We have resurrection matches. As long as you survive to the end in the resurrection zone, you still have the qualification to challenge the champion. Then, if I choose to forfeit from the very beginning, wouldn't I be able to enter the finals painlessly? Never mind. Though it's a strategy, if someone thinks the same as me, wouldn't we just clash early anyway? So handsome. I want to train him to be the strongest blackbird in history. Otogi Suzuka is much stronger than imagined. Besides speed, his skill with weapons is also top tier. To defeat him, I need to put in a lot more effort. Hey, little lady, come and play with us. We are the dark horse contestants of the U19 Championship. If you follow us, you can buy whatever you want later. When we win the championship, you'll be the champion's wife. You'll be a big star in Fengcheng then. Zhu Jing was speechless at the sight. So this is the quality of ordinary contestants. No wonder Wu Yaoqing didn't want me to enter the prelims.